Keep that applause going for the great Peter Jones. Hey, everybody. I don't know if you guys have jobs. I don't want to ask. I personally have spent a lot of time working in offices. If you've never worked in an office and you want to know what it's like, basically you just have to enjoy these two conversations. This is the first one. Hey, what are you going to get for lunch? And this is the second one. Hey, what'd you get for lunch? If you like those two conversations, fuck, you will love working in offices. It is that all the time. It's so good. At the last job that I had, my boss would always come up with these different initiatives at work, and my favourite one that he came up with was something that he called the thank you hour. And how the thank you hour worked was if you didn't call in sick for the entire month, you got a thank you hour at the end of the month. You got to leave an hour early. You got an hour off at the end of the month. But if you just called in sick, you got the whole day off. Called it the thank you day. Took 2 a month. Treated myself. Nice. I was walking through the city, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a bird swoop towards me, and I went to brush it away. But as I did that, somehow I caught it, threw it on the ground, and the bird walked off. And I don't think that interaction went the way either of us had planned. Attack, defend, friendship. And then, as I was walking off using its little legs, there was a part of me that thought, can I now fly? Is this a Freaky Friday situation? But me and that bird switch lives. That bird's going to walk to my office, sit at my desk, try and use my computer. Meanwhile, I have to fly into its nest and regurgitate my lunch for its kids. Here you go, baby birds. Enjoy those 2 sushi rolls and a Red Bull. But it was in the air, then it was on the ground. I reversed an animal. It was airborne and then it was land-based. And I thought, is this my superpower? Is this my origin story? I had to test it out. I went home, found a cat. Results were inconclusive. So, here we are. I did a gig recently at the Royal Children's Hospital. You don't have to applaud that, I suppose. Hero, those are your words. I did a gig at the Royal Children's Hospital, and I was asking the kids what pets they had growing up, because I had some weird pets growing up. I had a pet donkey growing up. A donkey is a weird animal. A donkey looks like a horse made by Aldi. It's a horse. No, it's not. We also had different types of birds growing up. We also had a pet goat. A goat is just a sheep that has been through some shit. It looks like a doona with a hangover. It is a sad animal. And I was asking this one girl, I was asking her what pets she had growing up, and she said she had a pet peacock. And I said, no kidding, because I also had a pet peacock. I said, what was your peacock's name? She said her peacock's name was Andrew. I said, no kidding, because my peacock was also named Andrew. I said, do you know why your peacock was named Andrew? She said she didn't. I said, I know why. Your peacock was named Andrew for the same reason my peacock was named Andrew. It's named Andrew after Andrew Peacock, the leader of the opposition during the 80s. And the little girl said, what's the 80s? Which is the most brutal heckle I've ever heard in my entire life. Just like the decade you were born in, doesn't even exist in my mind. Amazing. So good. I've been working on my American accent. Do you guys want to hear that? Here we go. Can everybody hear my opinion? That's it. That's the whole thing. That's all I've got. There's no more. I wish I could do other accents. I wish I could do a New Zealand accent. I love New Zealand so much. It's one of my favourite countries. I love it. My favourite thing about New Zealand is, you know how all nationalities like to make fun of other nationalities? In New Zealand, they like to make fun of Australians. The joke that all New Zealanders make about Australians is that all Australians are really fucking stupid. Which I love, because the joke that all Australians make about New Zealanders is that all New Zealanders fuck sheep. Which is exactly the sort of joke you'd make if you were really fucking stupid. So they've got us there. I used to illegally download anything and everything when it came to the internet. Anything, everything, I would download it. But since getting Netflix, I don't download as much anymore. Who knew the way to stop piracy was to give people access to some movies? Not all movies. Not movies you're interested in. Not even movies you've heard of. Just some movies. My friend's like, hey, did you ever go see Get Out? I said I didn't, but I saw a documentary about Atari. Pretty good, would recommend. But I think one of the reasons I used to just illegally download anything was I would never believe Hollywood whenever they would tell me the problems of piracy. They'd always have these ad campaigns that say things like, oh, piracy's costing us money. But my favourite one was when the Australian film industry got on board, and the Australian film industry released that ad campaign which said, don't illegally download Australian film. And everyone went, we're not, so... That's fine. May as well have had an ad campaign which was, you can have every Australian film for free. Would have been like, we're good. Mum's seen Red Dog. It's going to be all right. That's all I'm going to do. You guys have been super fun. I've been Peter Jones. Have a great night.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Peter Jones.